So I got this comment. I'd love to scale my construction business, but what holds me back is the hired men. If I'm not on site managing every little task day to day, the quality and speed will drop to unacceptable levels. How do I maintain quality if I'm not there every day? Not one of my last 10 employees has cared enough to do quality work unless I directly tell them. My business would fail without me as the project manager. This is a hard spot to be in. And I'm talking about this mindset. That's a hard place to be, because obviously you see these big companies that do this, you know, the Haskells of the world, the J-Lane Constructions of the world. Not that I'm anywhere near Haskell, but contractors who have done it and have set up systems to where it can run, where they don't have to be the person actually like on the job site 24/7. I'm gonna break this down for you in 10 steps. So if you feel like your construction business would fall apart without you personally managing every little detail, obviously you're not alone. You know, we got that comment. I'm sure a lot of you are maybe in a similar spot. A lot of contractors feel stuck because their team doesn't seem to care about the quality as much as they do. And they don't care about seemingly anything else as much as they do too, right? Because it's not their business, but we're gonna fix that. And here's the thing, this isn't just a labor problem. It's leadership, systems, and obviously your mindset as the owner that are some of the key big issues here. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to fix it and how you can scale without sacrificing quality in 10 simple steps. So first, let's break down the real reason your team isn't meeting your standards. Most contractors just say, I can't find good people. It's impossible. But the truth is you don't find great employees. You can create them. Your team's performance reflects your training, your systems, and your leadership. If your team does sloppy work when you're not there, that's a sign that you're missing some very clear expectations and accountability structure, and regular check-ins and performance reviews and clear SOPs and checklists, etc. Number 2 is the invisible contractor mindset shift. So the small business owner versus the scalable business owner. Most contractors run their businesses with a small business mindset, meaning they think they have to be on site for things to run smoothly. They feel like no one's gonna be able to match their quality standards and everything else they feel within their heart, you know, about their business. They feel like my employees can't do that. What winds up happening is they keep all their knowledge in their head instead of putting it out into systems like a scalable contractor would do. So we wanna shift your mindset from a small little baby contractor mindset into a big boy scalable contracting business. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to take this thing to the next level. And the mindset that the scalable contractor has is working hard to build processes that replicate even their decision making when they're not there. So the goal is to document everything, right? And you can't just rely on verbal instructions. And you want to trust but verify. So by using checklists and reports and quality control steps to inspect instead of expect, like expecting that's going to be done and assuming that it's going to be done the right way. So thirdly, standardize quality with a simple 3-step system. Contractors who scale successfully don't rely on memory and random site visits. The scalable contractor uses a repeatable quality control process. So here's how to do it. Step number 1 is set clear expectations, like pre-job meetings, detailed scope of work, stuff like that. It's all going to come into play. Step number 2, implement quality control checklists like pre-pour or framing or MEP rough-ins or punch lists, etc. Having checklists for all this stuff. Step 3, document and inspect. Photos, reports, daily logs, final walkthroughs, everything like that. So the way to answer the question what this video is about, you want to set up these processes, but then have people submit them. Like for example, if you have a checklist, don't just have it be a checklist and hope for the best and assume that everyone's checking it off like some Google sheet. So definitely check out structure.com if you want to get started for free. The thing about it is the checklists get submitted. So it's not just a checklist in the ether that you don't even know happened. It's when your checklist gets submitted, you can choose who you want to be notified. And it's like, ding, okay, cool. And there's a log on that checklist of all the past submissions. So you can go in and see all the checklist submissions. And that's just one example of how structure could radically transform your life, but also to my point of saying, make sure that there's accountability, not just here's a checklist, I hope you use it, and I'm assuming you're using it, right? I'm expecting that you're going to use it, but actually giving them a thing like structure. I don't know of any other tool that really does this, a submittable checklist all within one platform, right? Number 4 is to hire and train for accountability and not just skill. A lot of contractors hire based on skill alone, but accountability and work ethic actually matter a whole lot more. So how do you screen for and hire for accountability and things like that during hiring? You could ask them, tell me about a time you went above and beyond without being asked, and see what they say. If they draw a blank, look for people who take ownership instead of making excuses, right? And you want to promote from within. You want to train leaders who already understand your standards. Number 5, build a leadership pipeline in your company. If you want your business to run without you, you need layers of leadership. Maybe you have crew members that are actually doing work, maybe people leading them, you have your foreman, then you have your superintendents, then you have your project managers, then maybe you even have a COO or a director of operations, something like that. Your focus should be on developing leaders, right? Making really quality foremen, developing really quality superintendents, developing really quality project managers, training a really quality COO. Eventually, if you want to go crazy, hire a CEO and have do what I did and have them completely run your whole company. But that's completely up to you. Your goal is to develop leaders, right? I would even do weekly leadership training and really teach your standards. And I can do a whole nother video series about leadership. So put in the comments if you want me to do that. And by the way, leave a like while you're down there. Number 6, use a remote supervision system without babysitting, because you don't need to be running around to all your job sites. And if you don't, things are going to fall apart and blah, blah, blah. You don't have to physically be on site every day. And in fact, I'd encourage you not to be, but you do need real-time visibility into your projects. So how do you oversee projects remotely? I would definitely recommend grabbing Structure, doing some daily logs, have your foreman send a video walkthrough with the key project milestones, right, to the project manager or you, wherever you're at in your business journey here, and just track any issues that come up. You can maybe even think about putting a job site camera up there if you really wanted to, but that's a little bit extra because people are just be like, okay, don't go in front of the job site camera to take your smoke break. Number 7 is the power of bonuses and performance-based pay. This is actually a really big deal. If you want your team to care about quality, they got to be compensated for it. Tie their compensation to their performance. Just like you, if your business does better, if you do all the stuff that goes into running your business well, you'll make more money, but not necessarily your employees unless you set something up like this. You could even just think about bonusing your foreman for on-time, high-quality projects. And I would tie the job profit into the foreman or the superintendent, the project manager's pay. So if you make money on the project, they make money on the project. And it would encourage them to move up into higher paying positions. Number 8 is to train your clients to respect your processes. Sometimes the reason contractors feel they need to be on site is because the clients have demanded it. You have to train your clients to respect your foremen and your supervisors and your project managers and your superintendents, stuff like that, and that they respect your processes, right? Instead of always calling you, they need to call your people. They should only call you if it's like a dire emergency. So here are some tips. Introduce your superintendent as the main point of contact from day one, and then use daily logs and automated status updates and stuff like that, emails, softwares, even some texts if you want to be really simple about it, so your clients feel informed without needing to contact you personally. Number 9 is to escape the firefighter mode and regain control. So here's the thing. Most contractors spend their days putting out fires instead of actually running their business. The difference between reactive contractors and proactive business owners: reactive contractors are constantly answering calls, they're dealing with last minute problems, just chasing their crews around, managing the chaos, right? Proactive contractors have systems in place. They anticipate the issues before they happen. They empower their team to handle their problems with everything we've talked about so far. So here are the steps to break out of firefighter mode. First, you want to identify 3 top recurring problems that you deal with regularly. These are usually systems failures, not just bad luck. These are usually things that continually happen. Then you want to create a process for each of those things to prevent those issues from happening in the future. For example, if materials are always late, set up a better ordering system. Step 3 is you want to delegate decision-making authority. This is a really big deal. Give your foreman, give your superintendents very clear guidelines on handling common problems. And once you shift from reactive to proactive, your business becomes much more predictable, much more profitable, and much less stressful. And number 10, the freedom formula. Working on your business and not in it. Don't work in your business. We want you as the business owner to work on the business. So you want to switch your mindset from a foreman handling an on-site meeting to a business owner that sits back, drinking pina coladas, checking in with your team, building some systems, maybe making some sales, doing some marketing, calling it a day. Because honestly, if you're not in this place, you're just creating a job for yourself. You're building one big job, and we all know what job stands for: just over broke. The real goal is to step back and build a company that runs smoothly without you in the trenches. So here's my final advice. Start documenting everything with systems, checklists, SOPs. GetStructure.com, hands down, it's the best software for contractors. Train leaders to own their processes. Use technology like Structure to keep visibility without you physically needing to be present. If you've been stuck, you're feeling like your business can't function without you, this is your wake-up call. You don't need to be everywhere all the time. You don't need to be on all the job sites. sites. You need your people to handle those things. You need your superintendents to know exactly what they're doing without you needing to be there. You need the right people and the right systems and the right accountability structure. So that's really what it all comes down to. So if you're feeling stuck, you're like, yes, like this is where I want to be. I want to be in that CEO or even founder role. I invite you to join my coaching program. You can find that on jessielane.com. Would love to help you completely, radically transform your construction business. And remember to leave a like and a little comment, and we'll see you in the next video.